Hello BookTube, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and yes, I'm having a Ross and Rachel moment. I'm supposed to be on a break, and I went to a library book sale today, and I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I've got a book haul. I seriously do have an addiction. I think I just can't stop. I can't stop buying books, even though I'm about to declutter and purge books. I just bought some books. So in my defense though, 8 of them were books, or are books, to give away. So these are my giveaway books, and I'll tell you what they are in just a second. Then I bought 21 other books. It was fill a bag for $1. Now you tell me you could resist that. I don't think you could. Fill a bag for $1. Then I purchased one kid's book that was donated while we were in the middle of the sale, and I thought, ooh, I need that, and so I paid 50 cents for that one. So I spent $2.50, and 3 of the 21 books that I'm going to keep are books to replace books, you know, either a different edition or something, or a better copy or whatever. So not too bad. Most of what I got to keep is from series that I'm already collecting or reading, and so I just, you know, got books to finish filling out those series. A few are just, you know, author buys that I, you know, recognize the author, and then there are a few that I know nothing about. They're just completely cover buys. So let's get started. I don't want this to be long. I've got to get back to my household projects, but let me show you what I got. So for my sister, I got Patchwork Holiday. This is a book of short stories. They're Christmas related. It's all about quilts. The authors are Wanda Brunstetter, Renee DeMarco, Diane Mills, and Colleen L. Reece. So she loves anything quilting, and that looked really nice. It's a nice hardcover. I also got her this next book because it's a book I read last year, and I loved it so much. I really wanted to send it to my brother and my sister. And I finally decided that since I'm always sending my sister books, I would send it to my brother, but I found another copy. So now I've got a copy for her. It's Quite a Year for Plums by Bailey White. The reason I wanted to send this to my brother is because it's very agricultural. My brother is a retired ag agent, and there's a character in this book that is very similar, a lot of similarities, and I just think my brother would get a kick out of it. So I wanted to send it to him, but now I've got a copy for my sister too. Now the next 3 are for my mystery book club, which meets tomorrow, and we are reading a book that's written in part by Hiaasen. So for I want to be able to give prizes and give books, especially for every mystery book club. My goal is to have at least 1 or 2 books by the author who wrote the book that we're reading for that month, so that, you know, people who liked that book can walk away with books, or a book or books by the same author. So we're reading currently Naked Came the Manatee, which was written by Hiaasen, Dave Barry, Elmore Leonard, and a bunch of other Florida authors. So I thought, well, I would pick up some Hiaasen books, and like I said, they were practically giving these away at $1 a bag. You just can't go wrong. I found these 2 hardcover books. This is Sick Puppy and Skinny Dip. Pretty sure I've read both of these, listened to them on audio. And then later on, a couple months from now, we're reading Her Royal Spiness by Reece Bowen. So I think this is book 5 in the series. Ideally, I'd like to give book 2 and maybe 3 of whatever series that we're reading. But, you know, again, $1 a bag. I picked this one up. It's called Naughty and Nice, and I believe it's book 5 in the Her Royal Spiness series. These next 3, I don't know who I'm giving them to, but they're up for grabs. I love to pick up copies of the first Miss Julia book because this is one of my all-time favorite series. This is by Ann B. Ross, Miss Julia Speaks Her Mind. If you and I have similar reading tastes and you haven't read Miss Julia, this is the book for you. So fun. I absolutely love Miss Julia. And then on my Goodreads group, we've been talking about what we're going to potentially do as a group read. So we've been talking about some different series, and then also this one particular standalone has come up and been mentioned by a couple of people. So I already have, I think, 2 copies. I think I have one of my copies is loaned out. So I grabbed this in case anyone who wants that wants to participate in the read along, if this is what we end up reading, which I think it will be. This is Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers, and so this is up for grabs. If you want to do the read along with us and you'd like to have your own copy, let me know and I will send it to you. Then at some point down the line, when I'm done with my break, I'm going to do a video about Laura Ingalls Wilder, as well as other authors who are, you know, some of my top favorite authors. And so I went ahead and picked this up. I have a copy of this already myself. This is a biography called Laura by Donald Zochert. And it just, you know, is what it is. It's not in great shape. It's pretty old, but it is a very nice biography of Laura Ingalls Wilder from 1976. And I just thought I would grab it so that at whatever point when I do that video, I can have something to give away. Unless there's any of you watching right now who would like to have it. I can tell you, it's yellowed to an extent. Even the what used to be red or pink pages, I guess this was red, now are kind of orange, the edges of the pages, but still very readable and not too bad of condition. Okay, so what did I buy to replace on my shelves? This came in as we were in the middle of the sale. It was donated, and I said, ooh, I think I need that one. I have a copy of book 12. This is the Penultimate Peril, but my copy has a big ink splotch right here, and this was such a nice copy, so I went ahead and grabbed it to replace the copy on my shelf. And then this one I already own in paperback, but almost all of my Philip Gulley books are hardcover. And I had bought this in paperback, paid really more than I would have normally, but I thought I'd never see it again. And it's Almost Friends by Philip Gulley. I think it's the last book in the Harmony series. But there it was on the, you know, on the table at our library sale today. And I thought, wow, I got to grab that. So this is Almost Friends by Philip Gulley. And then I kind of did the opposite with this one. I have this in hardcover, but all my other Kate Morton books are this big trade paperback size. And my copy of House at Riverton is a big, tall hardcover, and it won't fit on the same shelf with my other Kate Mortons. So I decided, even though this is a little bit banged up, it'll still fit on the shelves, and I haven't even read it yet, so I'm trading it out and getting rid of the hardcover, and I'm putting this on my shelf with the others. Alright, so let me show you the next 5 are ones that I had not heard of. They just looked intriguing or fun or whatever, and I picked them up. I got Cats in the Parsonage by Clair Shaffer Jr. And it is fun stories about cats that are owned by preachers, I believe, or maybe one particular preacher or pastor. So it's a Christian-based book about cats. That looks fun. Then, I've never heard of this, but it looks good. It's a standalone, The Lemon Jelly Cake. It's by Madeline Babcock Smith. I love that cover. Any kind of covers that look like this, I'm really drawn into. Now this one, it wasn't so much the cover, but just the name of the book. And I believe it's a standalone. Welcome to Eudora by Mimi Thebo. And it looks fun. It is also a standalone, at least as of right now. If there's going to be a series, it doesn't say that on Goodreads. It just shows it as being its own book. And I got books 1 and 2 in a series that there are 4 of. This, I believe, is a Christian series. Lawana Blackwell is the author. It's the Gresham Chronicles. Book 1 is The Widow of Larkspur Inn. Look at that beautiful cover. And then book 2 is The Courtship of the Vicar's Daughter. And I looked around to see if there was any more, and I couldn't find any more. These are published by Bethany House, and they just look really nice. I wasn't going to get these at first, but I am just so drawn in by pretty covers. I am completely weak when it comes to nice covers. Okay, so the rest, almost all the rest of these, I think the rest of these are either parts of series I was already collecting, or something I was already reading, or author that I'm already reading, or whatever. So this one I would have preferred to get in hardcover because I have book 2 in hardcover, but you know, they were practically giving them away, as I've said before. This is Whiskey Island by Emily Richards. I didn't realize till today, I was just reading a little bit about this duology, that there's a character in this series that, excuse me, that noise. There's something that's needs a new battery over here. In this series, there's a character with autism. And, of course, I have a daughter with autism, so that sounded interesting to me. And I've been reading and collecting Emily Richards' books, so this is a series that I have not... haven't started yet. And, well, there's only 2. Like I said, I've got the second book in hardcover, a really nice copy, and I really wanted this in hardcover too, but you take what you can get. And then this is book 8 in the Puzzle Lady series by Parnell Hall. You Have the Right to Remain Puzzled. It looks cute. I have not started reading those, but I have quite a few of them. Another series I haven't started reading, I have books 1 and 2, and I found books 3 and 4 at the sale. I believe this is book 3, The Color of Your Skin Ain't the Color of Your Heart. These are by Michael Phillips. This is the Shenandoah Sisters, I'm sorry. Then this one is Together Is All We Need, and I think there's only 4. If there's more of the series, I don't know. But now I have the first 4 of them. This is a series by Karen Gillespie. I bought the first one at the same library at a sale a couple years ago. It's called Bet Your Bottom Dollar, and I didn't even realize there was more in the series. But there is. Apparently there's 3 of them. So book 2 is $1 Short. How fun does that look? And then book 3 is Dollar Days. So definitely looks like chick lit. So I needed these for the chick lit-a-thon, didn't I? But they'll have it again next year. Hopefully. And then the next few are by Lori Wick. I have the first one in this Big Sky Dream series. It's called Cassidy. The second book is called Sabrina. There's only one other one called Jessie. They didn't have it. This is a series I'm not really collecting, but I need to read this third book called City Girl. It is the Yellow Rose trilogy. I've read the first 2. So once I read this, I can let this go. I just want to finish it this year, hopefully. Then also the last one in another series by Lori Wick that I'm going to restart this year. There was cat hair on that. Who would figure with 7 cats that there would be cat hair on something? This is The Pursuit. This is book 4 in the English Garden series. Yes. I've read the first one, but I'm going to reread it because I loved it. It's been a long time since I read it. Then another series by Lori Wick. I was really looking for the third one. I saw that it was a trilogy. These look so pretty. This one is book 1, Moonlight on the Mill Pond. And then this is book 3, Leave a Candle Burning. I have a weakness for beautiful covers, and those are so nice. Alright, then this is an Amish book I picked up because I literally started this book this morning on audio on Hoopla. So probably after I finish it, I don't need to keep the book, but I always like to have a hard copy around if I want to look at it. And so this is a series of, or a collection of 3 novellas by Kathleen Fuller, What the Heart Sees. And so it's just funny that I literally started it this morning. And then I've been trying to collect and also read books by Jodie Thomas. This is a book of novellas by her and 3 other authors. It's called Give Me a Texan. And I got it because I thought maybe this novella was a part of one of her other series. I looked it up briefly and I don't think it is, but I'll still probably get to it eventually. I know that one of the challenges on the Romance Book Bingo is to read a book with a cowboy, so there you go. There's one of those. Alright, is that everything? I think that's all. That is. So, quick little book haul. Just wanted to go ahead and do that so that as I'm going through all my books and putting things away, I could go ahead and put these away. I really am still officially on a break. I will be going to 2 other library book sales in July. One at the beginning of July, one near the end. I'll probably save whatever I get at the earlier one and just do a book haul all at once after the end of July. By that time, it'll probably be time for Booktubeathon, and I'll be back anyway. One thing I did forget to mention on my other video, I mentioned that I'm doing a buddy read with Sissy from Romance Queen of Booktube. We're reading An Amish Love by Beth Wiseman and 2 other authors. Actually, one of the novellas in An Amish Love is in this book, which was another good reason to grab that one. But I forgot to mention that I'm doing a buddy read with Giselle Bradley. We are reading Frog Kisser by Garth Nix. This is one of my Sunshine State books for next school year. It's also a Frog Prince retelling, and we are a few chapters in, and it's great. I'm really enjoying it a lot. I hope she is too. And so I just wanted to show you that real quick and let you know because I forgot to mention it before, and I wanted to give Giselle a shout out. She has some really fun live stream videos. They, you know, at first glance, they seem very long. Hang on. But when you're watching them live and you're chatting with the other people and her, it's just a lot of fun. So I think she usually does those on Sunday evenings, and occasionally one will pop up, you know, and I will be able to catch it when it's happening. So those are a lot of fun. And anyway, just wanted to give Giselle a little shout out. And also Sissy too, because both of these girls, I'm having a lot of fun buddy reading with them. It's the first time I have buddy read anything with either of them. And so I'm excited about it. So that's all I have for this video. That's my book haul. I probably will take a couple of pictures and post those on Instagram. And then when I go to the book sale on July 5th, I will post a picture of that on Instagram too. That way, if you're curious to know what I got at that sale, you don't have to wait till the end of July to see the video. So that's all for this video. I hope you're having a great day. I am going to go back to my BookTube break now, and I'll talk to you soon. Read a good book, and God bless you.